I'm Chrissy Butcher with thecareerzoo.com. Have you ever thought about a job as a food stylist? Well, we are about to talk to one who is cooking up some success. So, Betty, we're standing here and I'm watching you. It looks like you're putting some goo on top of some cookies.
I am.
What exactly are you doing?
Well,
And what is this foil doing here, too? Because I don't get that either.
Okay. I am making cookies, thumbprint cookies, and they are filled with your choice of jams. But because the photographer needs these little centers to light up, I have put a little tiny foil cup in there, and then I put my jam on top, so when the lights hit it, it looks electric.
Wow, so
Yeah.
obviously you have a lot of tricks of the trade, I see.
I have a lot of secrets.
Okay, so you're a food stylist.
Yes.
How do you even become a food stylist?
I trained in a food studio under food stylists, but I also have a love of food and fine arts background.
Oh, okay, so what kind of education do you have?
Bachelor of Fine Arts in Sculpture,
Where did you go to school?
Alfred University, New York.
Wow, New York, and you ended up in Ohio.
Actually, I ended up in Cleveland after I had moved to Chicago, and that's where I got my start, in Chicago.
You got your start in Chicago.
Mhm.
Tell me about that. What happened? If you're a kid at home saying, I want to be a food stylist, obviously you've been to different states. It's not an easy job to get, is it?
No. Number one, I had a lot of student loans I had to repay after I got out of school, and I moved to a big city, and the first thing I needed to do was get a job. Any job that paid me money, because I needed to start making payments and live. So I got a job in a restaurant, and it was a teaching restaurant, and it was also in the photo district. And some of my clients were really neat people who I eventually said, you have to hire me.
All right, so you're aggressive.
I was aggressive.
And
I
is that what
said,
you have to be in this industry?
I think that you do. I think that you do. I think you have to tell people, this is what I want to be, this is what I can do for you, and they hired me, just like that.
So if you're a young kid, how would you suggest they start?
I would suggest, number one, just working in that field. If you've got to start in the kitchen washing dishes, so be it. Catering is a really good way to start this business because it's all about presentation. Everything that I do is all about the presentation. Nobody ever really has to eat the food that I make. So this is all about visual. Everything I do is about the visual.
Now, people at home wouldn't necessarily know that. When they see a picture of food, they think, that
Right.
looks lovely. But there's a lot of tricks to make that look a little different. And you know all about those
Right.
tricks, don't you?
This is the perfect example of a trick. Now, I haven't done anything to the recipe. I haven't done anything to the product. All I have done is done this really simple little thing of putting a light reflector underneath it. So everything is as it should be, except with a little twist.
All right, so you start off cooking, catering in the background.
Right.
And then you say, I want to be a food stylist.
Seek
What
out-
do you do?
Seek out the studios. Actually, in my case, they were where I worked. And so I waited on them. I knew what they did, and I eventually just said, I want to work for you because what you do is cool. And they hired me, and I worked my way up there, too. I worked my way up in the prop room. I washed dishes. I served client lunches. And then I apprenticed. And then when I moved here, I said, I'm a food stylist.
So
And here I go.
Wow, and a lot of kids would really, they don't realize that there's a lot of work that goes into actually achieving your dream job. And it's important for them to know that you're not going to just step into something.
Right.
So there's steps that they need to do along the way.
Yes.
An education, one, apprentice, internships,
Yep.
and working your way up from the bottom.
Don't be afraid to work for free.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Really?
Because
Really?
they need to know that.
Right? Don't be afraid to work for free because then you're there. You can show them that, look, I'll do anything. I will work so hard for you, and you'll love me.
And the payoff is, at the end of the day, you are doing exactly what you love to do.
I tell everybody I don't go to work a day in my life because I love what I do. So
That is so exciting, and it looks like
you.
so much fun. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.